Just keep fucking up the count.
It's the Hats Off Gloves Off podcast with Mitchell Phillips and Spencer Calendar.
You gotta sit up. I'm slouching. I don't want to slouch. I gotta portray myself as a professional.
Don't talk to me till I've had my coffee, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Oh no, does it say that on your mug? Have you seen those? They sell them as wine mugs. It's like, no, it's just like it's a coffee mug. I like the shape of it. It fits in my cup holder better than like the stainless coffee mugs. They're like, oh, it keeps stuff hot and cold. It's like, are you trying? What do you? Like, I know how thermodynamics work to that extent. Like, I'm not wearing a lab coat, but I can figure, like, yeah, if it keeps things hot, it probably keeps things cold. I've seen crawfish in an ice chest. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I don't like the level to, like, where it's getting taken to. Like, someone gave me a gift, and it's like, no, this will keep your drink for 6 hours. And you unscrew it, and you can keep your can in there, so it keeps your beer cold for 6 hours. And it's like, if I'll put down a beer in, 5-10 minutes, so I don't need it cold for 4 hours.
I need a plaid thermal or thermos.
Sure.
And I could put chicken noodle soup in there. I could put a margarita in there.
I like the classic. Yeah, the plaid. Yeah, with the cup or bowl. It's your choice,
hey,
America.
Buddy. Hey, well, this hats off, gloves off.
It could be a plate if you want it to be.
Welcome to the show. Hats off to those deserve it. Gloves off to those deserve it. Pats on the back. Pats on the fanny. Finger pointing and finger blasting. The yin and the yang of podcasts. The mortal and the combat. The good and the bad. Do something good. You're a good boy.
Hats off to you, sir.
And then that's a lot of them. Don't be a bad boy. You can do a goodie and be a baddie. You can be a baddie and be a goodie. Did I do that right?
I don't know, dude. When you started
halfway
doing
through
that,
it,
you was like, blah, 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 like it sounded like some crazy tongue twister, and my brain just went to feeding ducks in a park. It was crazy. It was you put me into a trance. If you can replicate that, you can control the world. It was the mix of blah, blah, blah. Those letters are all so similar.
I'm slowly becoming the guy who reads the side effects at the end of a commercial. And then I can transition to my ultimate career choice, is just livestock auctioneer.
Oh,
3, you gotta go to 5. All right, so I got a story right off the bat. I posted this on I shared this, and it was shared with me. But I just want to point out, we've covered these before in the past, but this one is an ultimate. So we got ourselves a real live. Well, first of all, it's a gloves off. So she's it's a real life Josie Grossi situation. You remember Never Been Kissed?
Yeah, but not really.
Elevator pitch. Drew Barrymore. She works at a big city newspaper. Just a nondescript.
Oh, and she goes to high school.
Nondescript.
Right? She
nondescript
goes to high
big
school.
city.
Yeah.
It could be Chicago. It could be like St. Louis. Although, you know what I mean? We're like, is this Boston? Is this Toronto? But yeah. So to write a paper, she goes back to high school, and then
she
good
bangs
news is
Luke Wilson, right?
No, she bangs Noah Wiley, the hottie from ER back in the day. He did like a Young Indiana Jones, I think, or something. Anyway, he kissed her. That's fine because he was an adult and he found out she was an adult, even though he did have a crush on her when she was a student. So it's not one of those stories, folks. It's just a classic case of a 28-year-old woman pretending to be a teenager to sneak into high school.
Yeah.
Her motive, you might ask?
Instagram followers.
Not just that. It's one thing to be like going in like you're 21 Jump Street yourself and go to like with the motive. I thought this bitch had like infiltrated. Like we read that story. Remember when those people just adopted that grown ass Russian lady?
Oh yeah.
They just the orphan, just a 40-year-old like retarded child from the Ukraine.
Man,
and they thought she was like 12.
Dude, after we talked about that, I went home and she was on Dr. Phil, and I was watching all these videos with her, and
she's clearly not a child.
No, and the whole thing got insane, but dude, it was nuts where there was something off with her. Then she had a new caretaker, and I think she was about 17.
Okay.
Anyway.
whatever.
It's a dark. I don't know.
She
You
had
can
at
go
least
down a rabbit
she had a
hole
disease or
with
something.
that
You're like,
lady.
she grew up near Chernobyl. I don't know. So she this woman, her masquerade lasted about 25 minutes. She just like walked up to the front gate now, and there's a police officer there because you just have to have cops at every school now.
Yeah.
The cop's like, "What are you doing here?" She's like, "I'm a student," and it says she dressed like a student, which I'd love to see that outfit because it's always funny when like people try to dress young.
It said she brought a skateboard. I read this article. It said she brought a skateboard.
She's kid vibe. She
Yeah, like-
practiced in front of the mirror.
She's doing like what they do all the time in comedies. Like Steve Buscemi has that fellow kids meme.
What up, fellow kids?
There's a Nathan For You where he pays an actor to go into a high school to hype something up, and it's just,
Oh my God,
he's
it's-
paying the actor to walk up to kids and be like, "Man, school sucks, huh?" Anyway,
just her walking up with like sunglasses on, doing like a fidget spinner, and the other hand's a skateboard. And she's like, "Hey, I'm just a student here. How are you?"
I don't know if I want a fingerboard or fidget spin. I can't figure it out. It said she wasn't even just saying like, "Yo, go follow me, Mitch, fill up." She had papers,
Yeah, pamphlets.
pamphlets.
They said pamphlets. So this bitch went to
Trifold?
Kinko's.
Bifold,
What are we talking about here? Laminated, hard stock.
glossy.
Are we talking about a eggshell finish? No, this fucking bitch went in and like, first of all, like, it pisses me off that this wasn't like a months long thing. Second of all, know your audience. You know what I mean? Like, walk around, like, get like the QR code, or like have your page pulled up. Like, oh, follow me, or like ask to borrow people's phone. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm new here. Let me get your phone.
Yeah, let me get yeah.
She just walked in, and the second she's like, all right, I'm past security. Here, follow me on Instagram. I'm fucking 30.
Yeah.
It's like, bitch, have some type of couth.
Some people are like that though. Like when you like, the moment you meet them, like, let me get your Instagram or give me your phone or what your number. It was
That's what comics do that. Like, hey, what's your Instagram? And then you get home the next, like 20 times it's happened to me. Let me get your Instagram. And then I check.
the moment.
I have no notifications. It's like, what, you just followed me in person? It's like, also, if I'm going to follow you, bro, like, I got to see you like 5 times at least. And hey, yeah, no, you seem like a good guy, but I'll see you around. I'll definitely see you around. Anyway.
Yeah, this lady was not slick about it at all. And you know what was lame about the article? Shitty journalism didn't give the lady's Instagram account in the article. I would like to follow her. The woman wants more followers, right?
So
I'll give her a follow.
when she got caught, there was 2 potential hers. So 2 people with her name. And it's the same picture. It's the same lady. So I don't know which one's hers, because they have like similar followers and shit. So I followed both of them.
Oh, you got her.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some investigating. Her name was what was it? Francisquina? Something something Francisquina.
Okay, well. I mean, what kind of charge is that? She's not.
Oh, I'll tell you right
She'll
here.
be back on her fucking iPhone in no time.
Felony charge of burglary of an occupied dwelling and 2 misdemeanor charges of interference with an educational institution and resisting an officer without violence.
All that, when they have laws like that where it's like, all right, you littered on the White House lawn.
Yeah.
That's a felony. It's like, dude, you can do that with impunity all over Los Angeles. Stuff like that where it's like, oh, just because
I just don't like that. I'd
Yeah.
like a singular law. So it's like,
I'm
you don't do drugs are illegal because you might commit crime. But if I can do drugs and not commit crime, then leave me the fuck alone.
sure.
Or like,
yeah.
he killed him, but he said the N-word. So it's like, no, he killed him. Murder's already bad. It's a murder. Like, I don't know. Anyway, so when the cops caught up with her in the hall, I guess, when she's handing out her fucking newsletters. And then she claimed to be a mother, and he's like, wait, I thought you were a student. And then she goes, actually, I'm a cop in Georgia. Just like, you're in Miami, lady. What do you... Anyway. And then, so when she was finally questioned at the end of the day, so basically what happened was she just kept walking away, and they were just following her, and then she got into the parking lot, and then once she left the parking lot, the actual cop showed up, and then she got away still,
Yeah.
and they like somehow found her at her house a couple hours later. So she's not a cop from Georgia. Impersonating a police officer? Where's that charge?
She's just an aspiring Instagram model looking for some OnlyFans fans.
So when they were questioning her, she said it was all on purpose. She was trying to make a point about the lack of school security. It's like
She's really
you
coming up
tricked a
with
cop.
I like just the endless line, where it's like, all right, it's this. I'm
Also,
a teacher. I'm a
that
student.
that cop is fucking done.
I had a
You let somebody sneak into a fucking high school, dude?
There was one time I was hanging out with this girl, and she lived in a semi-sketchy neighborhood, and a drug addict, she was checking her mail and put her cell phone on top of the mailbox and walked inside and was like, oh, shit, my phone. Ran back. A crackhead had taken the phone, and I ran out. I was like, give me the phone back. Give me the phone. And he was screaming, I'm only taking this phone to teach you a lesson that you shouldn't leave your stuff around. And anyway, I got the phone back.
Yeah,
But
good for you.
That was some sound logic on his part.
All right, so just to wrap this one up, it turns out she was actually not a cop from Georgia. She was a disgraced cop from somewhere else in Florida, who was now working in an undisclosed position for Carnival Cruise Line.
Damn. Well, let's follow her.
What a fall from grace! And
let's follow her journey. We
don't have it. I'll put it on Instagram, but there's a video of she's in court.
Use this time to get your degree. Fast.
Stop it. So sorry, there's an ad. She what was I saying? Oh, so she's in court and her lawyer just keeps telling her to stop laughing.
Great.
She's just like nodding and just like bopping and like she's got music in her head. She's clearly fucking troubled.
All right, well, gloves off to you, lady.
Gloves off, lady. Just
gloves off.
And it would have been a hats off if you would have like done something clandestine. You know what I mean? Some type of, you go do like makeup work, or you have a fucking, you bring in your British technology guy who gives you like a watch that shoots something. You know what I mean? Or even just
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
If she's going to, sneaking into a school, like I want it to be like a 21 Jump Street, like infiltrate the criminal gang or.
Oh, yeah. Well.
Or like she became one of the cool kids, or like she went
she
to high.
Didn't get there because the jerks cock blocked her.
No, she didn't get there because she's a little too heavy-handed on her promotion. Sorry, go. Your turn. What do you got for me?
Gloves off.
Oh shit. Go get him. Go Spencer.
I'm getting him.
Go get him. Go Spencer.
As our loyal fans know already, I had some issues with my neighbor. I worked him out.
Yeah.
Talked about it a few weeks ago.
What happened?
All was forgiven. Music was quiet. Things were good in my life. The man who lives above me. Things were great. We had a nice rapport. Hey, what's up, dude? Hey,
Yeah.
Flooded my bathroom.
Flooded it.
Yeah.
He
left his son, who's 22. So it's like,
Wait, I thought this guy is this the guy that wants to solve homelessness?
Mm-hmm.
He has a 22-year-old son?
Yes.
Bro, go home. Get out of Hollywood.
He got a 22-year-old son, man. So his son's living with him. He left
I thought this guy
his
was
sink
22
on and just left the apartment. So
this is a 45-year-old man trying to solve homelessness?
Yeah.
By himself?
All alone, man.
With no mission statement?
One man,
just a man and his son.
An honest pad and a paper.
Is that what it is? Just gonna name it like a hardware store? Spencer's Neighbor and Sons? Fucking homeless removal service?
So yeah, I had some incidents. I was heard a little weird noise in my bathroom, and I was open the door, water pouring everywhere. So I start kind of panicking, and I was already like hot and sweaty. So I was in the worst position to receive this news, because it wasn't like I was just like chilling on the couch and went to the bathroom. I was just like just in the middle of an exercise, so just like red and sweaty.
Oh, that's the worst.
In my underwear. And this happens, and I'm like, oh, fuck. And I'm wearing stupid shoes that clip into a stationary bike, which are slippery. So, like, I'm not in the bathroom, but I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to grab my phone. And I'm, like, slipping with these
trying to run on your
shoes.
heels.
So I'm like, what am I even doing? I hate, why am I doing this? Throwing the shoes. I'm freaking out, so I'm getting too excited.